break. Coming up, music from the McLean. Sean Lynch learns about winemaking and much more still to come this Monday morning. News is next. Don't go away. You're watching The Circle.
Still to come this morning live on The Circle, how you could be putting your 5-cent coins to better use. We'll learn about a brand new charity initiative and stand by as roving reporter Sean Lynch turns his efforts to the refined world of winemaking. That and much more between now and 11:30.
Sean Lynch is about to show us if he's learnt anything at all about winemaking. It's up for grabs.
Bucket list. I've done a bucket list. Yumi's done one. We're ticking it off, and we want you to do one at home. And we've been helping heaps of our Circle viewers. Now, on my bucket list is I've always wanted to make wine, but I haven't had time. And guess who put their hand up and took one from the team? The Circle's Sean Lynch. He kindly offered, what a great bloke, to go and give it a go on my behalf. Let's have a look.
With around 2,000 vineyards scattered across the country, make no mistake about it, Australia is one of the world powers of wine. And just a short spin outside of Melbourne lies the historic Rutherglen region, where you'll find one of Australia's original wineries. With the first vines planted here nearly 150 years ago, All Saints Estate is an icon of the Australian world of wine and is not only famous for its wine, history and age-old traditions, but also for the mighty big castle that sits slap bang in the middle of the vineyard.
It was built in 1864 by two crazy Scotsmen who came over to mine gold.
Officially crazy?
Yeah, oh, well, if you're going to build a castle in the middle of nowhere, it would be pretty crazy.
Tell us a little bit about how you go about making your wine here.
We mostly hand-pick our grapes, so a group of people will come along with little secateurs and pick all the grapes off the vines. Then we take them down to the back of the winery and we basically make everything by hand here. We have a 120-year-old basket press where we do all our red wines by hand and hand crank it.
You know they've created machines though.
Yeah, our accountant keeps telling us that. Yeah, but we think we get a better, gentler, more elegant style of wine by doing it that way.
Makes me thirsty. One of the things that makes this such a special winery to visit, aside from the wine itself, is the family that run it. With a long family history in winemaking, fourth-generation wine family Eliza, Angela and Nicholas Brown passionately continue the winemaking traditions that were established by their dad Peter Brown, who was one of the original Brown brothers. I don't know anything about wine, so I wouldn't know the difference between, say, the grapes that are in your wine and Ribena. Right, which Ribena, delicious. Because I really have never had wine ever.
Wow, okay.
Spin it around the glass like that so you get lots of liquid around the glass.
Now what do I do?
Smell it first before you taste it.
Okay, here we go. Yep.
Stick your nose right in.
Right in? I've got a big nose, just so it's going to dip into the wine.
It's a big glass.
Oh, right, okay. Oh, what can I smell? Wine?
Yeah, that's a good start.
That's actually quite delicious.
We have a red here that we've called Pierre, which is a blend of French red varieties, and we named it Pierre after Dad, whose name was Peter. And this is a Tokay. It's a sweeter dessert-style wine.
Oh, that's really strong. Is there honey in that?
Yep.
Winner! This is really nice.
Dad used to say it was like angels dancing on your tongue.
Oh, really? I think your dad was an alcoholic. It's a tough job. Of course, drinking it is one sure way to gain a better understanding and appreciation of All Saints wine. But me, I'd like to get to know these grapes a little better.
This is fairly different to most wineries because we ferment all the red grapes in these open concrete fermenters, and you can see it and taste it and smell it the whole time. But the harder part, I guess, compared to most wineries, is we have to get in here and dig the grapes out when they're finished fermenting. We picked this probably about 10 days ago and it's finished fermentation, so all the sugars turned to alcohol, and now we're getting it out of here to press the remaining wine out of the skins. It needs to go through another fermentation process. We clean it up and get it into a bottle probably in about 2 years' time. But it is a shame that a bottle can be drunk within an hour and those few years of work has disappeared. And
they just never know. They'll never know it's our feet in this.
This is a really old way to make wine. They were doing it this way about 130 years ago. But we think the flavour of the wine comes out a lot better.
An essence of Sean in every sip. It's another day at The Circle.
most concerned about which part of Sean the essence.
I love him. Only Sean Lynch could raise Ribena to a family that had been doing wine for so long. Thanks so much, Sean, for taking one for the team.